This is the incident that happens around the same time we're familiar with the woman with the issue of blood. And so before the woman with the issue of blood came up, Jairus, a leader among the Jews, he had come to them and he asked Jesus if he would come to his house and pray for his daughter. And as he was preparing to go, he ran across a woman who was dealing with some issues. She had an issue with blood, and she had been dealing with it for a long time. And so Jesus stopped, and Jairus was a man of stature. He was a man that had resources, and he asked Jesus to come, but he was also a man of faith. And as he was going, he ran across a woman who had a need. And I love God, because God, he addresses our needs no matter who we are, how low we are, or where we are, who we know. God addresses our needs right at the point of need. And so he stopped and he dealt with this woman. He prayed for this woman, and the disciples didn't understand what he was doing, but he saw a need and he met the need right there. And the woman stopped, and Jesus began to minister to her. And we know the story, the scenario with the woman with the issue of blood. Her faith made her well. Her faith made her whole. And so now that issue is done. He's dealt with that situation. And as we talked about, I can't remember if it was church school or a Bible study, but needs are going to always be there. The one thing I can tell you is that needs will always be there. The Bible even said that the poor will always be among us. It might not be the same person, because God might lift you up and bring you out your situation, but there'll be somebody else that needs assistance, somebody else that needs help. And when God blesses us, we ought to have enough sense to turn around and bless someone else. Needs will always be there. And so after Jesus dealt with the woman that was dealing with the issue of blood, after she got what she needed from him, he saw a commotion and he saw some things going on. And the scripture says in verse 35 that while he was still speaking to her, messengers arrived from the home of Jairus. You remember the leader of the synagogue who asked Jesus to pray for his daughter. His daughter was sick and wasn't doing well. And some leaders came and they told him, they said, Jairus, your daughter is dead. Jairus waited the whole time while Jesus was blessing others. You ever heard of the pass me not, O gentles, why on others thou art calling? And can I tell you, God, why are you doing it for others, God? I'm going to sit here and wait patiently, God, because I don't want you to pass me by. And Jairus, as he ministered to the woman with the issue of blood, Jairus stayed there, and he began to watch Jesus move and watch Jesus do what Jesus does. And there's somebody right now in life, you're going through some things, you're suffering with some things, and you see God moving in somebody else's life, and God ministering in somebody else's life. I don't become jealous and envious. Sit there and pay attention to the master. Sit there and pay attention and watch him move, because I cannot tell you, your time